The small things I like, it's the little things I want.
Baby, you're just my type when you do those little things. Show me just what you like, I don't need a wedding ring. Flowers are just my vibe, picnics feel like golden spring. Call me to say goodnight, baby, it's those little things. Cruising on your ride, stargazing in July. It's the little things I like. Give me it, give me it, give me it now. Many walks outside, small kisses on my mind. It's the little things I like. Give me your, give me your, give me your love.
Small things I like.
Greetings from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Today is Thursday, February the 20th, 2025, and the time is approximately 4:44 p.m. You guys, I'm going to do this quick video. I just want to show you some tips, kitchen tips, ideals, and things that you can pick up from your local store and put in your pantry. And that is today I will be doing, I just want to illustrate to you guys that this is extra crispy seasoned coating mix, okay, for chicken. As you can see, this is the extra crispy flavor. So if you guys remember the shake and bake chicken and shake and bake pork chops, now this one may not be as flavorful as the shake and bake, because it is the ideal is for it to be like create an extra crispy coating on the chicken, but you can actually add additional flavors to your liking before you actually shake this onto the chicken. So today I will be using this here, and it shows that it has a expiration date, or best if used by October 30th, 2025. And here, this is the Great Value, the Walmart store brand. Y'all, this is not very expensive, and here you get 2 packets and shaker bags included. I'll show you guys what's in here. And this is the ingredients, by the way. It contains breadcrumbs, enriched bleached wheat flour, niacin. Here it says this ingredients are breadcrumbs, wheat flour, and then it has, of course, the iron and thiamine, because the flour has been enriched. And then it contains sugar, yeast, salt, paprika, you know, and some garlic flavor, and onion, dehydrated onion flavor. It's not a lot of, and then it's got salt in it as well for seasoning. So here is the nutritional facts that it serves about 16, makes about 16 servings. So this is just a coating, like the breadcrumbs and flour blend that's going to go over the chicken. I only have 3 pieces of chicken that I'll be using. This is just for illustration. I wanted to use my plastic gloves for the chicken, but I discovered that my poly disposable gloves, they're latex free. These are the kind that fits like loosely over the hand, that they're completely used up. And I know I've had them for a while, but I promise you that there's at least 100. You get like 120 of these, and I very rarely use both of the gloves at one time. I only use like one, and so I would recommend that if you're handling chicken or pork, that you use some gloves. And this is what I typically use, which are the clear poly disposable gloves, but there's nothing in here, so I've got to get some more of these. Okay, you all, I have thawed out 3 chicken legs, and I have them directly into the sink. I'm going to rinse them. As I told you, I don't have any gloves, but I'm going to put my hand on this glove. I mean, not glove, but on this plastic bag. And I'm just going to do the chicken like this and try not to touch the raw chicken. Sometimes it's okay, but anyways, you guys, I'm just going to rinse this off. And you know what? I'm going to have to touch the raw chicken. There's no way of getting around this. Alright? I don't like to sometimes put my meat directly into the sink, but I pretty much try to keep it clean for the most part. So now, I will be using some vinegar. I have here apple cider vinegar, which is the good tasting vinegar that I like to use for cooking. And then this distilled white vinegar here, I will be using this one. I'll be using this one instead of this one for cleaning the chicken. This is the quality of the chicken. You can see that this leg here is pretty big. And then this one is normal size. And this one is normal size. And you can literally feel the bone all the way down there. Doesn't have a lot of meat down there on the bone area. Anyways, the bottom line is that because this one is much thicker and big, I'm thinking about like cutting the chicken, like putting a groove in here to, to assure that it cooks evenly. So, how about I go ahead without further ado and take the white vinegar. And if you don't have vinegar, the purpose of cleaning your meat with this vinegar is to, you can use a bowl if you like. I'm going to actually get a bowl here. The purpose of doing this is to remove any type of like particles. Let's see what I got here in the cabinet. So I'm just going to use this bowl here to put the chicken in. Here goes. And all this is huge. That's a big one. Big chicken leg. And the other legs, they ain't that big, but yeah. And so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and without further ado and take this distilled vinegar. Let me be careful here. So I'm going to take this distilled white vinegar and I'm going to pour some over the chicken. I'm not making pickled chicken, you guys. I know you're probably wondering, wow, that's a lot of chicken. I mean, a lot of vinegar. I didn't mean to say a lot of chicken, but a lot of vinegar, which it is. But the ideal is to remove any type of parasites. It's to sanitize the chicken, okay? You don't know where this chicken has been and stuff, you know. It's not like I went outside and hacked the chicken or anything. So here I just added a little bit of water to it. And basically the ideal is to sanitize the chicken and to remove any type of parasites that may be on the chicken. And you want to do the same thing with your other meats and stuff. And by the way, this will be baked. Okay. It doesn't take long, you know. Some people scrub the chicken. I'm not going to do all of that scrubbing. I was trying not to touch the raw chicken, but hey, that's what this stuff is for. I can wash my hands, right? Now, let me pour this out. All right, now we're ready to assemble our chicken. Now look at that. I guess it's just the fat. Maybe some of the skin didn't come off there, but let's see if I'm gonna need to just cut this or if I should just leave it. Okay, I have a knife here and I'm going to attempt to just cut the chicken, the bigger piece, to assure that it cooks evenly and allow the seasonings to penetrate. I need to have it on a flat surface. I'm just going to put it on this plastic here. And of course I am holding the camera, and I wished I had a cameraman, which I do not. So how about I cut the chicken right here. I was trying to let you all see where I did make a cut here on the chicken, okay? And again, this is a much bigger cut, and the ideal is to cut that so that when it bakes with the other chickens that are normal size, that it will cook evenly, because this is a much thicker piece of meat on the drumstick. You guys, I gotta go turn the heater down. Let me tell you, it is, today we're not getting above freezing. The temperature is 21 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and the low is going to be like in the single digits, so it's been really cold. We did get some sleet and snow, but not a lot of snow, and ice, of course. There. Yeah, that ought to do it. I got it all the way down to the bone right there. So I'm gonna get that washed up, and that's what's up. With this knife cleaned up, I'll wash it a little bit better here and just set that to the side. And so anytime that you have chicken, it doesn't matter what their size are, you can cut them, especially if you want to make sure that your meat is seasoned all the way through. This is a good idea when you have chicken legs that are different sizes and you want to make sure it's marinated to the bone and things with the seasoning. You want the seasoning to go to the bone, you want to just cut it, because it ain't gonna like penetrate. Sometimes it may not penetrate that thick cut of meat, so you want to cut that like I just did. You want to cut that. You see the difference here? This side is still intact, just that side is cut. Now without further ado, let me give this another rinse, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff, this chicken seasoned up and put it in a baking dish. Just want to show you guys what I'm up to today. Alrighty then, now let's get to the instructions here. Let's look at the instructions on the box, okay? I had to put my readers on for this because the instructions is very small. So when you flip the back of this box over, this is the extra crispy seasoned coating mix. They got all kinds of flavors, you guys. And so right here, the preparation is moisture, heat oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. As we all know, that my oven is nothing to play with, so I don't put my oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And if I do, it's only for about 10 minutes, and then I always will lower it to like 300 degrees or something, and between 300 and 350, and then, you know, just keep it somewhere along that line. So here it says moisture with water. And before I continue, oven temperatures vary. So you want to make sure that you know, if you have an oven that is that gets super hot, that you may not want to do 400 degrees. You may want to put it at 350 degrees. That's where I'm going to have mine. So it says moisture with water, 2.5 pounds of bone-in chicken pieces, 6 to 8 pieces, or 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, 6 to 8 pieces, or moisture with water, 6 to 8 half-inch thick bone-in or boneless pork chops. For you guys, I will not be using all the entire package, okay? I have 3 pieces of chicken. So right here, shake chicken or pork 1 or 2 pieces at a time in shaker bag with 1 packet of coating mix. Discard bag and any remaining mix. bake in ungreased or foil lined right here. So and it says, you know, to bake it like for at least 45 minutes. For the bone in, that's the chicken with the bone, and for boneless, 20 minutes. So as we can see that this is a bone-in chicken. This is not like chicken tenders. So for the chicken tenders, it would be 20 minutes. But because this has a bone in it, it takes a little bit longer to cook. So they recommend 45 minutes for chicken that contains a bone. So let's get back here to the instructions. So what I'm going to do is I am going to season my chicken, even though technically you would not add seasoning to the chicken, but I like to assure that each element of my chicken is seasoned. Now, this packet contains seasonings in the breadcrumb mix, but I'm going to sprinkle some seasoning over the chicken. Just 1 minute. Pier 1. Y'all see that? This came from Pier 1. And you know what? The Pier 1 in North Little Rock is closed. I don't know if they're closed in other states, but I know that they're closed in the North Little Rock location is closed. So the bottom of the bowl has the Pier 1 on it, okay? I know they have a Pier 1 also in Fairfax, Virginia. I don't know if that location is closed, but you guys, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to sprinkle. Now this Creole seasoning is nothing to play with. It's pretty strong, okay? It's good stuff, but because this already contains seasoning, I am going to go down here and lightly sprinkle some Lawry seasoning salt over the raw chicken to assure that the meat is seasoned very well, each element. I'm not going to over season it, just lightly season it right here just to kind of help it out. Now the instruction for this extra crispy seasoned coating mix does not require you to put seasoning on the raw chicken, but I'm going to do it because as a cook, I know that you don't want your food over salted, but you also want to make sure that it has flavor throughout. So as you can see, I lightly sprinkled some Lawry seasoning salt. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I'm doing. The instruction does not require you to do this. I'm even going to put some in there where I put the cut in the chicken. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start shaking it on. I just want to show you guys that I did season the raw chicken drumstick, the legs, with Lawry seasoning salt only. Okay, just lightly season it. Okay, and so now go ahead and take out and show you what's in here. It says that there are 2 packets and shaker bags included. Okay, you guys, this is the second clip of the video. You all, I want to go ahead without hesitation and open up one of these packets here. I have this one. They come with 2, and then you get these plastics. You get these little plastic bags. They're just like a storage bag without the zipper on them. And so this is what it comes with, okay? I'm only going to use one of these bags, okay? So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to take this other one and fold it and put it back inside of the box. So there's the other packet of seasoning. So you want to put this in here for another day. So go ahead and open this plastic bag. And by the way, just to clarify that today is February the 20th, 2025. It's Thursday. Again, I am here in Jacksonville, Arkansas. So I have opened this bag, and then I'm going to open this packet. It contains breadcrumbs and seasoning. So let me open this and let's get started. And of course, I have seasoned the chicken with Lawry's seasoning salt. Right here. It does not require you to do this, but I wanted to make sure that it has flavor from, you know, all the way through. So I added the seasoning salt. It does not call for that seasoning salt to be put on the chicken. Okay, I have opened the seasoning mix, and without hesitation, I'm going to go ahead and pour it in to the condiment bag, this plastic bag. Wish I had a cameraman. Okay, I have emptied the entire packet into this plastic bag. So, without hesitation, let's go ahead and take the chicken. This is the biggest piece here. Let's go ahead and put it in here and shake her up. I'm going to put the other pieces in here. Of course, so you would just, of course I need to get a camera tripod, right, you guys? If I can't get a cameraman, at least get a tripod so the camera can stand while I do my work here in the kitchen. So, I just want to show you all, you just want to coat this really well. You know, of course it says make sure the chicken is wet, so that's the ideal. You want to make sure that it's wet to assure that it is coated. So right here, and I'm still working on it, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have the other wet pieces of chicken here, and I'm going to put them in the bag, and I'm going to shake them all up, and I'll be right back. You guys, be sure to moisture your chicken with water, otherwise it's not going to stick. So I just took it out the bag. Never mind the seasoning that I put on here. I gotta wet that because that is not going to stick unless it's wet. And you can also put seasoning salt directly in the bag if you want to, because it looked like my seasoning salt just fell off, you guys. So, but I have to put it in water. You have to be moisture in order for those crumbs to stick. So this is what I did. I took them out of this bag, and I'm going to put them back in here and give it a shake. You all, I have a little bit of mishap here. I've had to open up the second pack. So I need to make sure that this is sticking. That the chicken, that the breadcrumbs is sticking. So let me go ahead and get some additional breadcrumbs here. Now, these are some plain breadcrumbs that I have for other things. Do you guys think I should give this a try? Because breadcrumbs is breadcrumbs, right? Or shall I use flour? You know what? I am going to kick it up a notch, and it does not call for this. But if you have a mishap where your chicken isn't sticking and you know your chicken is wet, I'm going to go in with some all-purpose flour. And I'm going to sprinkle that in the bag, and I guarantee it'll stick right along with those breadcrumbs. Y'all, mishaps can happen when you're cooking. So always, think of a way to fix and like repair, the situation. So I'm going to use all-purpose flour, even though it does not call for it. Okay, you all, I have opened up this bag and poured in all-purpose flour. It is mixed in with the breadcrumbs, okay, because it wasn't sticking. And so what's the point in trying to bake chicken where the breadcrumbs is not sticking? So I put in all-purpose flour, and even though the breadcrumbs contain seasoning, I am going to add, because this flour does not contain seasoning, I'm going to go ahead and put in some of the Creole seasoning now directly into the bag. Let me go ahead and get this open. And pour it into the bag here, y'all. Because we want to make sure that this stuff is seasoned. I'm a cook, I know what I'm doing. Sometimes mishaps can happen. And so you may not have the exact thing that you were cooking, but this may turn out even better. So here you see the floured chicken. Let's put some seasoning in there. Gesundheit. You all, the seasoning made me sneeze, and I actually could use that because of my allergies. I've been having a bit of blocked sinuses, and so that really helped the sneezing. So anyways, you all, I'm going to shake this up. I have put in Creole seasoning. Y'all, I have greased this disposable baking dish, and right here I have some vegetable oil. I greased it with canola oil, this one right here. And because I am using flour, I will be drizzling it with oil, even though it doesn't require you to have oil. But because I have modified the dish, it's going to need some cooking oil to bake with so that it bake evenly. So here I have, it looked like this here. It has, you can see where it has the coating of flour and breadcrumbs right here. You can see that. Let's see, let me get some more out of the bag here. I don't know why that's blurry. Y'all, because of this mishap with this seasoned coating mix, and I have added flour, I'm going to go ahead and I have turned off my oven, and I'm going to fry this. Normally you would bake this, but because it didn't go as planned, I'm going to fry the chicken. I'm going to adjust any of the additional seasonings and the flour to make sure that it sticks. Like this isn't sticking very well. You can see the flour coating and breadcrumbs on these two. So I'm just gonna, off camera, while the cooking oil is heating up, and I'm going to add some vegetable oil here, and you're gonna see this, what was supposed to have been baked, it will be fried now. And then I did get, look at this. This is what came off and stuff. So if something like this happened, you guys, don't get disappointed. Don't throw your meat out. Just, cook it. Use common sense when you're doing this stuff too. And so things like this can happen. But, I used to buy shake and bake, and it came out perfect every time. But, with this, I don't know exactly what happened. So I tried to correct it, and I just, I'm going to fry it. We're going to have fried chicken, you guys. Okay, you guys, some of the best cooks have had mishaps that unexpectedly occurred, and this is one of them. So we're not going to waste this stuff, y'all. So I have a combination of breadcrumbs and flour and Creole seasoning and Lawry seasoning salt on this chicken. Here I have, the pan is heating up here. I've added some cooking oil. There's some onions there. And I think I should go ahead and drop it. Let me give it a couple of more minutes before I add this chicken leg here. I want to make sure that it's nice and hot before I drop it in. Make sure you see this is well coated, and go ahead and scoot that one over and just put that in just like that. And that's onion. Now when I was cutting up some onions, I just put it in like little scraps in the cooking oil, and it just helps to make the cooking oil taste better. Or the, you know, whatever you're frying, it helps season the cooking oil. Let's take that third leg out. Okay, and this is well coated. And I'm just going to make room right here. So don't get disappointed if, you know, you intend to cook something and it does not turn out the way that you intended, you know. At least this did not stick. So, you know, of course, it's still going to get ate. It's still going to be good. And the breadcrumbs are still going to be used. It's just that I had to incorporate flour into the bag along with some Creole seasoning and then fry it instead of baking it. So the ideal was for me to season it according to package instruction and bake it. And then, you know, that didn't happen because I wasn't about to put it in the oven if I couldn't get the breadcrumbs to stick. So we're just going to fry this. I'm just going to fry this chicken like I normally would. I need to get it like a deep fryer. But today I'm using this cast iron skillet. So we're going to get this chicken flipped over. Of course, it's not done yet, but it's getting there. We want to make sure that there's no more blood. Just because chicken, like, it gets brown, that doesn't mean that it's done. You want to make sure that there's no more blood in that chicken when you poke it. See how that blood came out of that? That's not done yet. So if you poke your chicken with a pitchfork and pink, red come out of it like that, you got to let that continue to cook. You don't want to eat raw meat. So you can't just go by the color. You got to go by, you got to let it at least cook for at least 15 minutes on both sides. 12 to 15 minutes. And until there's no more blood when you poke it. Like that one. You can see the blood come out of this chicken, you all. That's definitely not done. I'm going to get a deep fryer so that the chicken cook evenly. If I'm frying chicken, that it cook evenly all the way around. Because when you're frying it in a deep frying pan, of course you can put more oil in here, or you can use even a regular pan to deep fry your stuff until you get a deep fryer. I've seen people do that, you know. You see this pan here? I have seen people on YouTube fill that pan up to about right there with cooking oil and deep fry a whole Cornish hen. They used it as if it was a deep fryer. It's okay to turn the chicken more than once, because you want to make sure that chicken is done. You see all that blood? Nobody's eating any bloody chicken around here. So you want to flip that over and make sure this is letting you know that it ain't done when you see that. And you see how brown this is on this side? So what you want to do is flip this one over. Look, you see some blood here on this one as well. So you want to flip this over too, and then you want to begin to lower your heat so that your chicken doesn't burn but still cook, because it's hot. The fire is hot enough at this point. All right, so I've lowered the heat on the fire, and just kind of go ahead and let her cook up. This is the bigger one, and so because you see how thick it is right here, I'm gonna actually flip it on this side to assure that it gets done, okay? So I just turn it sideways. Don't worry about the dark stuff right there. That's just the dry blood, okay? If you want to minimize the blood coming out, you know, deep fry your chicken and be careful anytime you're cooking and frying things. So I just flipped this biggest piece of chicken, not only over, but on the side as well, because, you know, you want to make sure that's done. And then this one right here where you see that's opening, up right there where it's coming loose, I'm just going to take it and just turn it back over on that side to ensure that everything gets done. So flip it as needed. Y'all can pair up your fried chicken however way you want it. French fries, tater tots, potato logs, Alfredo pasta, Mexican rice, mashed potatoes with gravy, you know what? I still have some cheese fries from earlier today on the previous clip. So I'm gonna eat at least one piece of that chicken there and eat this cheese fries. These are just some ideals of what you can pair it up with. The chicken is about ready to be took out. Also, you guys, I have some salad, some fresh salad. I have some buttermilk ranch dressing, and I should have regular ranch dressing and blue cheese. Actually, I have blue cheese dressing and buttermilk ranch, or ranch dressing and blue cheese. I can make with the salad, and I have those boiled eggs that are already boiled from the local deli, because as we all know that there's something going on with the eggs as the prices is extremely high, and the last batch of eggs I got, which was several months ago I believe, they had an odor to them from Walmart. They looked good, but they smelled bad, and you know, I like fresh eggs, so I, you know, just pretty much, and I also put my bacon away today. I didn't want my bacon to go bad, because typically I would have like fresh eggs, you know, cooked with the butter in it, and then a couple of pieces of bacon and maybe a sausage patty. So anyways, I took my bacon and cut it in half and put it in different freezer bags, so that when I do get ready for some bacon, I'll have it. You know, even if it's with a, to make like a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, or just to use for bacon drippings for green beans. So y'all, I'm getting ready to take this out. Alright, it turned out to be just fried chicken. So I believe on the title of this video is that the shake and bake, Great Value shake and bake did not, that was the extra crispy one, right? It didn't go as plans, and so I'm having fried chicken instead. It's going to be something along that line. I'll figure it out. So let's get that fried on up and I'm ready to take her out. I will be serving this either with a side salad using blue cheese dressing and buttermilk ranch, as I just stated, and or also I have the cheese rice, and I have Dr. Pepper. This is the new Blackberry Dr. Pepper. To me, the original Dr. Pepper is better. This isn't bad. I mean, it does have a berry taste, but it doesn't have, it's not very sweet. And there's no difference between, it's rarely any difference between this Dr. Pepper, the new Blackberry flavor, and the regular Great Value store brand Dr. Thunder. I noticed that the Blackberry Dr. Pepper flavor doesn't have a lot of sugar or as much sugar as the original Dr. Pepper. It's not bad, but you know, I should just do a review separate with just that item itself, but I'll just include it with this video here. So yeah, this is the Blackberry Dr. Pepper. If you hadn't tried it, it's no biggie. To me, it doesn't have a lot of acid. It needs a little bit more acid and maybe just a little bit more sugar to create the perfect balance. It's not a lot of fizz in this. I have lined this aluminum pan up that I was going to use for baking. I washed it and lined it up with paper towels to drain the chicken on. So let's take a look at this one. It looks like it's ready, right? Flip it over. Voila. It looks golden brown. And there's no more blood coming out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one out and set it here on the paper towel. This is the bigger one. I'm going to actually flip it on over to that other side. See where I let that cook on that side there? And then here, this one is ready too. Just going to flip this one over and kind of turn it this way. Kind of get the tips here. That's where, you know, I have the blood spat a bit. You see that black? You don't want it. You don't want that. Okay, you're not going to eat that part of the chicken. Let's go ahead and take this one out and set it here. I thank you guys for watching. You know, I do apologize for the mishap. I intended to show you the product of the Great Value brand of Shake and Bake oven coated extra crispy chicken, but it didn't go as planned. But overall, we still end up, you know, with some chicken. So instead of bacon, we have fried chicken, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I know this is not very presentational or anything like that, but you guys, it's real cooking for the most part. You want to look at that chicken, look at that. See how pretty that is? That's how you know it's ready. Alrighty then. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And we're going to ready to take her on out. So this is the much bigger piece here. So just like the other one, I took this part of the chicken leg and flipped it downward, just to assure that that part gets cooked. It should be cooked, but just to make sure, in this hot cooking oil here. Okay, and I'm going to take her out just like I did with the others, and I thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. So I just want to show you that every piece of meat is not quality like grade A chicken, but I'm sure we can find something good in there. Look, just want to show you the quality of that chicken leg. You see that? I'm going to let her cool off, and then we'll eat. I'll see you guys in the next. Thanks for watching.